Happy Monday to all, and welcome to another one of my videos. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please help us out by doing the subscribe and the like and the notifications, all that good stuff. In this video, what we're going to talk about is something that's very, very popular amongst everyone who builds a shop, rather if it's yourself or if you're building a shop for another store. We're going to talk about shipping, right? And shipping has many, many scenarios. Let's just get straight right to it. Let's go to the bottom left corner where it says settings. And right here, we're going to go to where it says shipping. Okay. Shipping. All right. So one thing that's important is to make sure that you set your shipping origin. So the first thing I'm going to emphasize on this, and again, this has to do with all the different types of businesses. Every business is different. So if you have a fulfillment center, let's say you have a fulfillment center, you have a warehouse where you get all your stuff shipped out from. That's what this should be. And in order for you to change that, let's just back up 1 second and go to where it says location. And on location, this is what you're gonna do, okay? So you're going to set it here. You're gonna click here and you're gonna change the address for location. Because your headquarters could be one place, like a P.O. box or like a private entity, but then your shipping warehouse is another location. So you want to make sure that this matches the shipping origin. If you're doing Oberlo, this doesn't apply. You could just put your regular address or P.O. box. It doesn't matter, but this part's very important. By default, when you come into this page right here, you might see more stuff than what I have, right? You might be like, oh, wow, there's some different presets, domestic, international. So I'm making this video more like starting from scratch all the way from the beginning. Okay, so if you're domestic in the US, let's go ahead and add a shipping zone right away. And so what we're going to call this is just domestic because we're in the United States here. And for domestic, I'm going to click on countries and region. I'm going to click on manage, and this is where you get to see all the countries that we want to apply this rule that we want to do, okay? So let me see if I could just do United States, all the territories, press save, okay? And that's what this is, right? We're counting on this. If you are a business where you say, well, I don't want to cover every single territory of the United States, which is the states and all the other islands and all that stuff, I want to be exclusive only to the continental US, then you could go right here to where it says edit, and you could go ahead and start checking and non-checking whatever places that you don't want to deliver to. Now, this is not any type of discrimination. This is just basically like that your supplier or your carrier cannot ship to that location, or you just rather not do business in those locations. So you just kind of like off check and deselect those, right? Okay. Then there, again, here we go. Price-based, weight-based, calculate rates. I'm going to talk about all of them. So several scenarios here. Again, if we are doing something where it's like, okay, I want to charge my clients an X amount of dollars based on how much they spend, then this is where we do the price rate based, right? Price-based rates. Can I talk today? No. So like a threshold saying, well, from 0 to, let's say, $20, I want them to pay me X amount of dollars, right? So standard shipping. Let's go ahead and practice that. So standard shipping, right? Standard shipping. We're going to say from $0, and I want you to spend, because I don't know how much your products are, right? So I'm just hypothetically speaking here. So let's say that your price point average per product is like about, I don't know, maybe like $20. Maybe you're in the t-shirt industry or gadget industry, whatever, and your products are more or less like 20-something dollars. So I want to say that for, 2 products, up to 2 products, could be like, let's say, so $40. So if you say from 0 to $40, I want to charge my clients, right? I want to charge them, $7.95. Okay, that is one tier. Then we want to say, okay, from those that, and we're going to also call it standard shipping, okay? Standard shipping. All right. Those on $40.01. This part is tricky. I see a lot of clients mess up on this part. They go, well, from 0 to 40, then it's this amount, but then from $41 to whatever, then it's this. So whoever purchases a cart for $40.50, they don't get shipping at all. They can't finish the sale. That's why you have to do it as of $40.01 up until, let's say, $99.99. Okay, we're going to charge them $10.95. Okay, so that's the next tier. You see that? So from 0 to 40 bucks, $7.95, but from $40.01, 99 up until $99.99, $10.95. Now let's say that you want to offer a promotion. Those that spend over $100, okay, get free shipping, right? Let's say you want to do that third tier. Right here, we're going to say free shipping, right? And this is only on orders over $100 and up. Free shipping. You're gonna click on that and press done. There it is. You have your 3 tier points, okay? And don't forget to press save. Again, this example is based on pricing. This example is you're making the shipping cost based on how much people spend, right? And considering that you want to give a promotion for those that spent over $100 on the order, they get free shipping. So that's something that you could put like on a notifications bar, right? Then the next example that I'm going to show you, let's pretend we're not going to do this for a second. Let's pretend we're going to do this based on weights. This is now a more complicated aspect of things. The reason is because there are some businesses that are like more about building a box, right? Like they want to say, okay, well, based off of, one package of coffee, I could package, let's say up to 5 pounds of coffee into a box. And I'm going to use UPS, which charges my business based off of pounds, not by like, the whole dollar amount or whatever. And I could fit 5 coffees in one master box. And I want to sell it that way. I use the same box to deliver my coffee, rather if it's 1 pound of coffee or 5 pounds of coffee. I always put it in the same box, okay? So I'm gonna go back over here to where it says products. I don't want to confuse you guys. And I'm gonna go over here so that you could see more clearly. In this example, great coffee, it costs $29.95, but I put it that it weighs 1 pound, hypothetically, right? You don't have to be realistic on this as long as your shipping measurements work. That's what it's all about. You want to charge proper shipping. So in this hypothetical, we're going to say that the great coffee weighs 1 pound. Let's go back into our shipping settings here. And we're going to say, okay, check this out. Let's go back over to edit. And let's say, all right, standard shipping. Standard shipping from 0 to 2 pounds. Okay, from 0 to 2 pounds. That is going to cost me how much? I don't know. Because every business is different. UPS could charge you one thing. It could charge some other guy some other thing. If you want to find out prices, what USPS would charge you if you're going to do first class, right? Go to their website, USPS.com, and click where it says shipping calculator. And you could see, how much they would charge you if you do like a USPS retail ground. Right? They do it by the pound. So I highly advise you either go to the website or go to your local post office to find out how much the weighing system works, to see how much they charge you. Okay? So over here again, we're going to say from 0 to 2 pounds, I'm going to put $6.95, right? $6.95, 0 to 2 pounds. But then, standard shipping again from 2.01 pounds, right, up until 4 pounds, okay? That's gonna cost, $9.95, right? Because we're saying that over 2 pounds, meaning over 2 products. So between 2 products and 4 products, Now I'm going to charge you more for shipping because it weighs more. I'm going to charge $9.95, right? So this is basically saying, look, if you buy one coffee or if you buy two coffees, I'm going to charge you $6.95. But if you buy more than two coffees, like 3 coffees or up to 4 coffees, I'm going to charge you $9.95. If you're doing the weight-based system, you got to get rid of this stuff here. You cannot use both of them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one, but I'm going to keep the free one. I'm going to keep the free shipping because although over $100 could be within this parameter, okay, we want to also offer free shipping for those who spend over $100. Maybe, maybe not. It's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong answer for the business, right? So this is just showing you 2 ways. There's a third way, right? This is showing you 2 ways. Now let's talk about the third way. Oh, by the way, before you to finish here, this is one part that's really important and a lot of people don't think about as well. On average, how many orders do you think people actually buy, right? So if you start looking at your analytics in your business and you're like, well, people on average don't buy more than 4 coffees. So that's where my line ends. That's it, right? But if someone goes crazy, right, and they're like, hey, we are ambitious and we want to buy 10 pounds of coffee. Like here comes this wholesaler trying to buy a whole bunch from you and whatever. Then let's make one for him, right? Let's make another one called Standard Shipping Plus, right? And we want to say, hey, from 4.01 to 25 pounds, I'm going to just charge you $20 for shipping. Meaning that if you are one of those out of the ordinaries that you just want to buy more than the typical customer, then, you know, I'm just going to cover myself. I don't know how much that's going to be. I don't know how much you're going to order. You probably order like 12. All I know is that whatever that is, up until 25 pounds, I know that $20 is going to cover me, right? Because you went into the website and you made sure that the shipping does cover you if they go outrageous on the orders over here. Same thing goes for the money spending. If all of a sudden they're like, you know, well, $100 and up is obviously free because you want that, right? It's basically saying, hey, you go order 10. Whatever the shipping is going to be, I don't care because you ordered more than 10 and now shipping is free, right? So it's totally up to you how you could remix this however is it that you want, okay? So that's just an example right there. All right, so let's get rid of this. And I'm going to show the final example. Final example is like, let's say you want to use USPS's calculated rate because as you know, Shopify works together with USPS in order to give you best prices. What does that mean? It means that rather you going to the post office and purchasing from these people, right? Going to the click and ship, rather than you doing this, you could instead have Shopify purchase on your behalf, right? The postage, and you'll get a discount. So, but of course let's just get to it. Let's add a rate. We want a USPS discounted rate from Shopify, okay? And what are your packages going to be like? What are you going to offer your clients to choose? Or do you want them to choose the first class mail or package? Not mail, because that's like in an envelope. Unless you're sending like t-shirts in an envelope, that's different. But if you're going to sell like, you know, products that are, you know, that have height, then a package, first class package. Are you going to do that? If so, it's going to be based off of weight. Otherwise, is it going to be a flat fee, priority mail, where it's like, I don't know, what does priority mail cost? Well, depending if it's an envelope or a box, there's a flat fee. It doesn't matter how much it weighs. It just goes in there and that's it. And then you could offer them express. So for this example, let's hypothetically say, look, I'm not going to get all complicated with the first class. I'm just going to put priority mail. It gets to your house between 3 to 5 business days. Or priority mail express, 1 to 2 business days, right? But whatever USPS charges them, I want an additional $3 added to the cost. You know what I mean? I want $3 added to the cost because my labor in order to pick, pack, and ship the product out, that costs money, okay? I have to hire workers in order to do that. So for every order, let's add a handling fee of $3 on top of whatever USPS charges. Let me press done, and that's what it is right there. okay? And then of course, $100 and up, that's cool. So let's go ahead and press save, and there you have it. You have the domestic shipping all pretty much set up. That just covers the United States, okay? But what if you're that type of business where you sell to the United States, but then you also sell to Canada, to the UK, to Australia, because those areas, people love to shop in those areas, and you want to be able to provide, services out over there, right? So let's go ahead and create another shipping zone because it's not part of domestic. So let's see here. Let's add a new shipping zone, but this one we're going to call it Canada. Okay, we're going to go right here, same thing as before, and then just type. Okay, right there. And this time we're going to just go the fast route. We're going to add, something from DHL. We're going to say, all right, yeah, let's do the whole DHL thing. I don't want to add any additional fees, right? And let's press save. Now let's go back. So as you can see here, now I'm shipping to domestics of the United States, and I'm also doing Canada, but via DHL at the discounted rate from Shopify. Mind you guys that the discounted rates when using DHL or UPS or FedEx, very, very important. This is not part of your $29 package. You guys might think, oh yeah, for 29 bucks, look at all the things that I could do. No, for the $29 a month, you probably might get this one, but I don't think they'll give you this one. All right. Shopify might want you to pay more. Either that, or for the $29, they want you to pay for the whole year, right? Pay for the whole year, and then we'll enable the DHL Express, or pay an additional, I don't know, 200 bucks just to enable this. Is it 200 bucks? I think it's like maybe an extra $20 a month. So on top of $29, they want you to enable this, they want you to pay an additional $20 a month. So now you're at $49 a month just to have this option here. So you have to figure out if it makes sense for you or not. My advice as a professional, what I would say is that don't start with DHL. Start with USPS, which might not be good, and I'll tell you why. Okay, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna say USPS, and we're gonna just do Priority Mail International because it's cheaper for them. And then you just go like that and press save. Okay. So based on my experience shipping out to Canada using USPS, I'll tell you the honest truth, the hassle, okay guys, that Canadians will have when you ship USPS is that USPS will cross the border and then they'll hand it over to your client's local mailbox, whoever their carrier is, okay? They'll call it delivered by the time they leave it to their local mailbox. And then their mailbox carrier system or their version of USPS has to notify the client that they have mail. So your client has to go and pick it up at their local post office, which kind of sucks. And I'm not saying for all areas of Canada. There might be certain areas of Canada, maybe in Toronto or maybe in who knows where it's not like that. But there's a nasty process that goes down. From the United States to the border security, it takes a long time just to go through there, right? And sometimes USPS will lose tracking once it crosses the border because now it's in the hands of their, local authorities and they're scanning it and they're doing all this stuff. And other times Canadians have to even sign an extra document just to release it, and they probably have to pay an extra tax to release your products just so that they could have it. It's a nightmare doing it with USPS, okay? But it's the cheapest, right? It's the one where Canadians will be like, oh, that's how much it costs for shipping? Yeah, sure, yeah, let's do it. All right, so my recommendation, if you want to start just to see if Canadians buy, do this. But just make sure that you have a very strong disclosure on your product page, on your whatever that, hey, shipping terms, If you are purchasing from Canada, be advised. This is what's going to happen. It's going to take much longer, and this is how you have to keep up with your order, and this is what can happen, right? Same rule applies for those in London, etc. After I received a good amount of sales internationally, I said, you know what, USPS, you could go somewhere because my customers are just not happy. And what I ended up doing was doing this. Wait, here you go, here you go. Boom. DHL, those guys don't play. Those guys are like, hey, at your door 2 days, and that's it. That's it, right? And the same thing goes for London or anywhere in Europe, because DHL is a European company. So those guys are super expressing that stuff at the same rate that USPS charges you. Super expressing their stuff out into Europe as well as Australia, okay? So that's how you do it, guys. I know this is very generalized. Perhaps you guys might throw a whole bunch of comments and questions based on your business, like, hey, you know, how do I offer this, but then how do I offer that and this and that condition? Leave your comments below and I'll try my best to help you guys out as far as, you know, what would be the best source for you to use shipping. If you have a question or anything like that, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. And thank you for watching.